was younger, you know, it was always like a big thing. There was always like some type of like drawing that I had to music. And I just remember like being real young, like being like 14, 15 years old in North Carolina. Actually, before that, I was like 13, 14 years old in North Carolina. And I just remember always wanting to freestyle and shit. Like I was a kid that was always riding his bike around with a boombox on it. You know what I'm saying? I just tried it one time, man. And like I couldn't believe it because I was drinking that shit that night. And then like the next day, I was like, bro, I remember waking up and being like, whoa, that was crazy. Like, could I do it again? Because I had a knack for it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I was a rookie and shit. It was just crazy, man. I remember spitting that first rhyme, and that's really what started me, made me start getting more into it. As time progressed, I started getting more serious, and really, I'd say like around 2007, I was like, all right, I want to do this. I want to start putting stuff on wax. I want to start seeing how far I can push the art. It's been a beautiful thing ever since. It doesn't stop. It keeps going, man. I mean, there's shoots and ladders. For the most part, man, it's just a beautiful thing, you know. Just being able to be involved with it and being able to work with some of the people like you too. And seriously, it's a blessing, you know. It kind of makes things good. Man, it's everywhere, dude. It's like a lot of times it's like all you see is crime in the city, man, but you gotta look past it. It's beautiful, like the struggle Detroit's going through, and like it had 3 giants crumble with the auto industry getting wiped out. It's like hustle or die a lot of times. You see people that normally wouldn't doing dirt just so they can survive, man. I see it every day. Always being out here, out and about all through the metro area and like inside Detroit. I feel like when I see that, it fuels me. It makes me feel like I got something to say, and I want to speak for those people that can't speak for themselves. With all the shit that's going on in Detroit, like they're trying to pump it up, man, but it's hard knocks around here, man. It's like if you ain't smarter than the average bear, you might not make it. A lot of seeing everybody's day to day and people coming up and people falling down that really inspires me to try to be the best that I can, and it makes it important to me. And it's like all the pain is what makes the city so beautiful. It's gorgeous, man. I don't give a shit what nobody says. Detroit's what's up. Go through my CD book right now, you're gonna find some rock, you're gonna find crazy shit, old school Motown, hip hop, some rap, a bunch of different stuff, man. But I think what inspires me is just my day-to-day life, man. It's my aspirations and my dreams. It's like I strive for something else, and it's kind of like what inspires me is knowing that if I die even trying and nothing ever happens, it's still all worth it. If I can inspire one person, it's still all worth it. A lot of times nowadays, man, with everything being so rough, it's like you gotta smile not to cry, man. My broken heart makes me smile, that's for sure. You know, my inspiration comes from everything, man. I pull from everything. It could be shit, it could be a day in court, it could be the back of a cereal box, you know, it could be a good conversation with my mother or falling out with a homeboy. There's a lot of things that make Jail 3 what Jail 3 is. My dreams, man, that's sitting on the cloud, you know. Just being free. The truth, man. This is real music, man. I do this shit for kids that spray paint, kids that bust kick flips, you know what I'm saying? Kids that are dug into a train yard just thinking throw a piece up, knowing it might get wiped out the next day. I do it for the real motherfucker, man. I do it for the person that's not afraid to be themselves, and that's what I can bring to the table. I think what I can bring to the game is a small piece of me, and instead of people going, wow, that's what I wish I could do, they'd be like, wow, this person's a lot like me, you know, this person feels the same shit I do and goes through the same things that I do, and really, you're not that far from me. I think what I bring to the table, man, is just a piece of realness and creativity and something different. It doesn't have to be the same thing. It's shit that comes from my heart, and it's the real shit. It's the realest shit that I can write. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I could be in a battle mood and be spitting something like that, or I could be talking about, you know what I'm saying, how I'm trying to keep my head above water. It's all these different things that I embody that I can bring to the game to show them that it's crazy life, you're probably going through it too. We're not that different.